Hi, good evening, Kathy. Well, it's been a sunny and warm day across South Africa's interior, but with cooler weather finally reaching KwaZulu-Natal as a cold front moved over that part of South Africa. We also saw quite a bit of low cloud settled in there for much of the day, but most of that cloud and thunderstorm activity was concentrated over Mpumalanga and Limpopo. We saw a number of large thunderstorms flaring up over that part of South Africa, especially in Mpumalanga, where we also saw some large hail. In fact, here's a video off of Twitter of the hailstorm in Graskop in Mpumalanga, and there was 55 millimeters of rainfall in 10 minutes, so almost a bit of a cloudburst with that rainfall pouring in over a very short period of time. Now, the thunderstorm activity still remains in the forecast over the far northeastern parts overnight, and we're expecting a bit of rain along the east coast as a high pressure starts to push in behind the cold front. It pushes in moisture over the eastern part of South Africa, resulting in some morning fog. It also results in a cooler day over the eastern parts. In contrast, we're expecting much warmer weather in the west with a thick band of high cloud over the western half of South Africa, and we're expecting thunderstorms to form over the northern and northeastern interior in the second part of the day. The SA Weather Service have issued a high fire danger warning for Thursday, with runaway fires possible within the shade of red. On our wind map, you'll see fresh winds for Mahikeng and Polokwane, with light to moderate wind speeds for the rest of the interior and a fresh southerly wind for Cape Town. In the Northern Cape, we're expecting dry weather with mostly clear conditions and mainly high cloud overhead. 33 degrees for Prieska and Passersburg, just shy of 30 for Carnarvon and our Sutherland, with a cold start to the day at 3 degrees and a high of 27. Cape Town also topping 27, mostly clear throughout the province with cirrus overhead. Around 30 degrees for Worcester and Robertson, and a sizzling hot 36 for Vredendal. Around 20 along the coast from Mossel Bay through to Port Elizabeth, with a warm afternoon as we head further inland, but you'll see a chilly start to the day over the southern and southeastern interior, with minimums well into the single digits overnight, mild along the coast with highs in the low 20s, and a few of those maximums warming up into the mid-20s over the interior. Light rain is forecast along the KwaZulu-Natal coastline, mainly in the first part of the day. Dry over the western part with a mild to warm afternoon in store. You'll see thunderstorms over the western part of Mpumalanga. We're expecting cooler temperatures here, 20 degrees for Bombela and Mkondo at 22, with overcast weather and light rain over the eastern part of Mpumalanga. That also extends through to the eastern part of Limpopo, with thundershowers over the southwestern part. Lephalale warming up to 27 degrees. We're expecting thundershowers mainly over the eastern part of northwest, 30 degrees for Mahikeng and Klerksdorp, and most of that thunderstorm activity will occur in the second part of the day. 7:30 as we head towards Bloemfontein, Zastron with a sunny day at 28, and that cool weather extends through to Harrismith at 20 degrees. Gauteng can expect cooler temperatures on Thursday, with most highs in the mid-20s. Pretoria, though, at 28, with up to a 40% chance of thundershowers. It'll be a warm day over the western part of South Africa on Friday, partly cloudy and dry over the southern parts. Thundershowers are expected over the central and southeastern part of South Africa, with hot weather settling in across the interior as we head towards the weekend, and you'll see the chance of thunderstorms from northwest all the way through to the coast, partly cloudy at 24 in the south. That's all from the Weather Centre. Have a good night.